Hello, everybody. How are you this fine March? Let me see, what day? March 6th. I don't want this month to go by as quickly as last one did. So how is everyone? It is so good to see you. And I've got bunches of things to show you. I was very productive this week. I realize I've got a retreat coming up that I need to get ready for, and I want to make sure that I'm caught up with the things I want to do for this show too. So it is so good to be here. And you're normally from New Jersey or Maryland, Debbie, because I lived in Leonardtown, Maryland for about 21 years. And now I'm in North Carolina and love North Carolina. Maryland was too busy for me, too much traffic. And plus, some of you might not know, but after 29 years of marriage, I got a divorce and had to come down here and start all over again. But it has been the best thing. When you have a partner who refuses to be faithful, sometimes you just have to cut them loose. And now I have found a whole new life and wonderful things to be happy with. You love the pink blouse? I thought, let's go for something a little almost spring-like. So and then I thought, well, gosh, I should probably wear that for the Easter one, but I'll figure out something. But thank you. Mount Airy. Oh, Mount Airy's beautiful in Frederick. I love Frederick, Maryland, because it's all mountainous and pretty. And we used to, every fall, we'd want to go to either to Blue Ridge Parkway, or we wanted to go to Hagerstown. What is it called? The museum where a lot of the Civil War stuff was brewing, and that wonderful, who is that eloquent man who fought for slave rights? my mind has gone blank. I was rushing so fast to get here because lately I've been running a little late and I want to curb that. So anyway, you have a pink card coming. That's cute, sweetie. So let's see all who is here. And Austin, Texas. Marcia, first person here. Betty Middleton. Oh my gosh. I got to glance quickly at that article about your husband. Oh my goodness gracious. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, if it's okay for me to send the link to everyone, I loved something on my glasses, a piece of thread. Oh, surprise. But since he is wanting to use his experience to help people prevent heart disease and heart attacks and all of that, I thought, wonderful, get the word out. So if that's okay, I'd love to attach the little shortcut. So let's see. Barbara Smith. Hi, sweetheart. And Barbara, I sure hope you belong to our group. I think you do. But if not, let me know so I can get you signed up. All right. And Debbie, my Mark, who I've now been with 18 years. Oh gosh, almost 18 years. He was from Dallas. He lived in Dallas, Texas for 27 years and loved it. And so we met, and I was in Maryland getting ready to move to North Carolina. He was in Texas and didn't want to move. And we thought, what do we do? So we met through Greyhound work. So it was so nice to meet that way. All right, Sonia's here. Yay, Sonia. And then Cass is here. Hi, sweetie. And Sharon's here. Our Rose and Linda McCollum. So good to see you, sweetheart. So good to see you. Charlene Lawson, you have been a busy girl. I've been seeing your name pop up on Lisa Capon, I believe, and Alex Anderson, and then you created things. I love it. The ladies here are active ladies who have lots of interest, and I think it's wonderful. Okay, Maisie, hush. That little dog doesn't know to be quiet. So anyway, and Charlene Lawson is from Florida, and our Betty Middleton is from Florida. This is great. And Betty said, sure, I can share it with you. So let me see. Hopefully I've got, yes. Maisie, come. She's going to have to go upstairs very soon. Okay, you do? Okay, no, that's fine, Betty. I love seeing your name, and I always want to make sure that people who are regular people, know that they would be very welcome in our group. So I sent in a wonderful article about Betty Middleton's husband. They went through quite a scare, and he wasn't feeling well, went to the hospital, and his heart just stopped. And they did some heroic things, and he fought back. And that is, oh my gosh, it really makes you stop and think. And I love the article, especially because women sometimes are the worst at recognizing symptoms or taking it seriously. So I think that is wonderful. Thank him. Please tell him thank you for letting me share this. I know it will help people. So thank you. All right. So let me see. Did I get down to the bottom? I think so. And I'm so excited to see all of you. I've been busy this week. Very busy because I said, you know what? My focus this year is seeing how many of my projects I can get done, because I realized that a completed quilt is a treasure. A non-completed quilt, a quilt that's just in bits and pieces, is not very valuable. It's something that may be thrown in the trash. So I've been rethinking my legacy, and I want to get some stuff done. Now, I put in an Amazon order, and let me look in this drawer for something. I don't know what I did with my silly new pencils I bought, so I was hoping I would just see them sitting right in there. But I have to look further. And you know what? I hate having to search for something when I know I just had it. But anyway, here is what I found on Amazon. And I think it worked out to about 60-some cents a yard. So I bought the whole bolt of fusible Pellon interfacing. And it's relatively lightweight. So if I need it thicker, I'll just put 2 layers on. But that was a pretty good deal. I think it was like 48 yards. It was like $30-some, low 30s maybe. Or up to $35. I think it worked out to 64 cents a yard, which is a good deal. So I'm very excited about this because I bought a good piece of a bolt a year ago, and it's gone like 15 yards I bought last year, and it's gone. So 48, hopefully it'll last me a couple weeks. But I use it on everything. I use it on all of the art quilts. So I put it to stiffen the art quilt to make it easier to use. I just wanted to show you, we are doing our weekly art quilts, but I'm having trouble with the water, and it's coming along, but it's going to take this. The water is looking stupid, and somebody pointed out that why didn't I have any blue in the water? And at first I thought, well, the picture I used didn't, but the picture I used probably had a cloudy sky. And if you have a cloudy sky, then you're going to just get gray water. But if you notice, there's a little blue in my sky. So my water needs to reflect a slightly bluish hint. So thank you for the one of y'all, whoever it was that picked up on that. Thank you. I think it might have been Mary. So, oh, hi. Mark is home. Hi, sweetie.
It's springtime and time for things like Lowe's and Home Depot.
He went and got lawn fertilizer and potting soil because in about a month, a little bit more, about a month, I'll be buying all my spring plants. And I wanted to say, if Carol comes in today, I was looking at some of her posts, and they were great. She loves gardening. There are so many things that I have in common with so many of y'all. Melanie and Linda and Sonia. I mean, I think that's why we enjoy getting together, because we share so many of the same interests. So I'm thrilled. So you decided to make a pond instead at the moment. Okay. Charlene, I got your photos. If they were earlier this morning, I got them. I was going to come down and clean the room. Well, I'd almost rather have a root canal. And so I puttered and putzed and then said, I better check for last minute photos. So that's what I was doing until the last minute. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, a couple weeks ago, I said I got in some children's books for my grandsons, because all the children's books I had accumulated over the years, I'd given to grandkids. So I had no children's books left here. And any books that I bought them, tons of books, because we love books in this family. But I always had them sent directly to their house. This time I said, have them sent here first, then read them, videotape it, then send the books on to them. So I did that. And it was fun, and they're loving it. They're loving it. And so Russell has pretty much memorized, the books. And it's so cute. They sent me a video of him watching the video of my reading the book, and he's saying it with me. And that was so much fun. Time for spring cleaning. Oh, Marsha, are you right? I just got through telling Mark the grandsons are coming down the end of the month. We have not cleaned for company. You know how you clean a little deeper for company. You steam clean things, clean the furniture. We haven't done that in 2 years because of a little thing called the pandemic. And so I sat down with him yesterday and I said, these are all the things that we really need done. When you're going to have little ones down by the floor crawling and walking and stuff, you've got to clean. So that is what we are going to be doing. Alberta Powell is here. Hi, sweetie. Alberta, in the 1990s, probably like 1995, I bought a camper down in Alabama. We flew into, oh gosh, now I can't remember the name of the airport. You can tell when my brain has been going 1,000 miles a minute because it's spinning too fast to hone in on these. But we flew into Alabama and drove the camper home. And that camper was sold years ago, mostly for its engine. But I still have some nice thoughts of flying into Alabama and then driving past beautiful farmland on the way out. So, all right, there are all kinds of exciting things. Look, I finished some things. I'm so excited. I want to point out that our hearts and souls are with the Ukraine. What is going on there is inexcusable, and we are all going to put our best thoughts and wishes that it can be stopped before any more horrible damage is done. But today we're here. Our hearts are unified. I've told Nadine she's going to be trying to do some work with the refugees or for refugees. I said, if there's anything we can do, please let us know. We want to support them. And let's now enjoy ourselves, because you know what? We can't, I've tried turning off the television because it'll break your heart. And if I let myself get too overwhelmed, it's not going to help anyone. So we are open and ready and listening for things we can do to help. And otherwise, let's enjoy ourselves today. We've got spring almost here, and we will just know that the best minds out there are working on this. So, but we do have our solidarity flag up, and I've still kept up Miss Jody's beautiful artwork that she did from Nadine's, and it meant a lot to our Nadine. So, show you what I've got today. I don't know if you remember this, but this was our Valentine's Day project, because we did 2 of them, and I got one of them done, which was the big Valentine hearts that came in pieces. And so then I decided this week I need to, my new thing, get it done. Don't leave a pile of stuff unfinished. And I'm really committed to that. So this was the cute last little thing that I did. And I will make sure, let me see. You'll have to go back and look at the bottom or on the videos that we did before. And I came in and I did. Now, I'm going to warn you, the quilting is not the prettiest because I did it on the domestic. And I am pitiful on a domestic. So, but I said I need to practice, and it's not big enough to go to all the trouble to put it on the long arm. So there it is. And then for the border, I did freehand hearts. Unfortunately, when I was done, I realized I didn't have the hearts on this side. So I had to undo it and try to squeeze in the hearts. So they're not that pretty. But you know what? It's just going to be a silly pillow for a holiday. This is not going to be anything that's going to make the news, So I thought I would show you what I'm going to do. This is going to be a pillow. So now it's got the back on it, and I just did it like a pillowcase, and I'm sewing up the bottom edge. I am not going to be fussy with it at all. So I take my batting pieces left over from quilts that, what do? I use them for stuffing, and if it has a few little scraps of the fabric with it, much the better. And so I'm not going to fully stuff it today. And another thing, I don't stuff them too full. It's amazing how you can use a whole 16-ounce bag for a small whatever. No, I don't get that involved in stuffing them, not unless it's critical for whatever you're doing. But I leave things just a little looser. Now, this is not nearly enough, but I just wanted to show you that I leave a little opening at the bottom to put the stuffing in. And then when I get it to where I want, and I like to take, let me see, I see skewers, but they're a little bit lightweight. I like to take chopsticks and use this to get it, because it's important to get some stuffing in each corner so that you don't end up with one of the corners kind of collapsing on you. So I like to use chopsticks, use something that will not rip through the fabric. But anyway, so it's gonna be a little pillow that I'll sit on the chair every year for Valentine's Day. Once I'm all done with stuffing it, then I tuck in each edge of the front and back and do a simple little stitch. If it's something important, I'll do a little invisible slip stitch. If it's something that's just for crafts, I'll put it under my sewing machine and zip it along. So there is this that I got done. And, I'm tickled with it. It didn't take me long. And yesterday, I got out all of my St. Patty's Day decorations and put them up. And I saw a couple little things we've done over the years, and they just make me happy. So they're fun. They are fun. All right, let me put this back up here, and I'll take down my star of the day. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Yes, I finished the Mandala Swirl. I haven't decided if I'm going to paint the center or not. And then I decided to finish it off with just a small, neat and tidy border. Because, I had thought about, should I do like a rainbow stripe border? What should I do? And after getting some of y'all's opinions, after asking Mark, we kind of came up with a simple little border, because the star of this quilt is the mandala. And if I do too much on the border, it will take away from, let me move back just a touch to show you. I have to look around to see if I'm getting enough of it. And don't worry about that sun that's on part of it. So it was easy. Believe it or not, it was easy. All right, and what I did, I quilted it yesterday and bound it yesterday. And what I did is I was thinking, how do I quilt this? Everything is in not stealing the thunder from all the painted feathers. So what I did is I just came as if the feathers, they just continued up to the edges. I just continue feathering, and any little spaces, I would put little swirls to fill them in. And one thing that I forgot, and I tell you all my mistakes, so I don't try to hide it and whatever. It is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. I kept thinking the indigo went at the end. It doesn't. It's supposed to go right after the blue, before the violet. And here is my indigo. But when I realized my mistake, both Mark and I agreed, I'm not changing it. So I love that indigo color. I think it's quite beautiful. I went back and I redid my dark red, and now I love that. My regular red, my light red or pink, then my dark orange, my lighter orange, dark yellow, lighter yellow, dark green, lighter green, a teal just because I love it, dark blue, medium blue, light blue because it's my favorite color, then a dark purple and a lavender, and then indigo. There's only one thing I'm disappointed about this project, that it's finished, because I had so much fun with it. It was Jamie, hi sweetheart, and Charlene Piper's here, yay! So this was a lot of fun, and just for people who might not have heard earlier, I just took a piece of white fabric. I washed it really well because I wanted the paints to be able to really become part of the fabric. And you don't want any sizings or things that are put on the fabric when it's manufactured to get in the way of the paint. And then what I did is drew my design using my light box, drew my design. I have a pattern too. If anyone wants this pattern, then please, oh, thank you. It's a great spacer for the brights. That is true. That is true. And if anyone wants this pattern, I've got it. please just send me your email if you send me an email, I'll send it to you. Our time, look, not all caps, Deb. Okay, our time to quilt at twc.com. I didn't have my glasses on, so hopefully it worked. But then I quilted using black thread. I quilted the design I was going to paint on there. Then I took metallic acrylic paints, just like you can buy at any arts and crafts store. And to them, I added about 50% textile medium or fabric painting medium. That's important. You can't use aloe vera gel. You have to use something that keeps the paint flexible so it doesn't just sit on top of the fabric and then it can be peeled off. Because that's what would happen if you just used acrylic paint on fabric. So this helps it soak in and remain flexible so you can wash it. It is permanent now. So I still am looking at the center, trying to decide if I'm going to turn it into black and white stripes in the center or leave it at that. The one thing, I chose colors that wouldn't be found in the quilt. The purple is close, but it's not quite that. But that way I wanted it to kind of be a kind of neutral point from which all the feathers flow out. Maisie. So, and then as I said, I quilted it and then put a fine little, like a poster binding on it. Something very narrow. So, I'm really happy with it. And now I want a new project. So, oh boy, when I find something I enjoy, forget cooking dinner, forget eating, forget housework, forget everything. It's like all I want to do is just do this. So thank you, sweeties. I appreciate it. Now let me pull this close and put this back up. Oop, I need a couple pins. I knew I was short on pins. So, okay. Let me put this. So today I have a fun project for us. I'm hoping this will stay. Let me put a better. Okay, I'm trying to figure out a better way that I can easily stick things up and take them off of that. So, let's see. I've been checking out Lisa Cape and Quilts. I printed out 1, 2, and 3 steps to this. I'm not sure I'm going to paint this though, because I'm looking at all the areas and how do you make it look like stained glass. So I might just try to carefully go through my fabrics and find fabrics that look a little modeled, marbly like stained glass. So I haven't decided, but I love her latest project. So I showed you the bolt of interfacing. I showed you the Valentine pillow, the Mandala Swirl project, and I have a free pattern for that if you want. Then now we are going to go to work on our, now how do I do this? I want to show, oh, I know how to do it. I want to give you the shortcut for this flower project because I think you would like, this might be something that's fun. And people like Melanie, whose grandson are starting to show an interest in sewing, he might enjoy making this for spring. So let me come right down here. I want to get the shortcut to share with you. Whoop. Oh, Charlene Lawson just sent a new one. Oh, got to get this one. How nice. I just happened to be going to the email and I found it. So, yay. Because I got a lot of pictures from a lot of people. And yeah, and I think I got your Alex Anderson, had gotten that already. And, oh, poo, hold on. called? Let me, whoops. Okay. Let me grab, whoops, close this out. I'm sorry about this. Hold on. We'll be there. So, it's getting warm. Today's supposed to be 76. The other day it was 79 degrees. It's like, whoa, a little early. Oh, I meant to take a picture and forgot, but my star magnolia is blooming. So it's kind of cute. I like a saucer magnolia better, and the real magnolias I adore. But this star magnolia was here, and so I love it. But it tends to be a little sloppier. The petals fall off at all different times, so it just doesn't give you that same presence. So I got Charlene's picture. Now, let me look. I've got the link for today's project because I sent it to someone today. So let's see. I thought I sent it to someone. Let me see. Well, I could have sworn I did, but I don't see it, so I'm not going to waste time on it. Let me go back up. Now, here it is. It always happens this way. Just when I'm ready to give it up, I figure out how to find it. So let me turn this off and then put it here. 81 degrees. Oh, that's lovely. Oh my goodness. Okay, there. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I just thought it might kind of continue the whole feeling. Oh, I forgot. I washed my Alex Anderson hand embroidery quilt I was working on because I used a yellow chalk pencil. I don't know what brand or whatever, but it went everywhere. Didn't stay put, so I had to wash that. But I've done no further sewing on that. I just put in today's project. Go to that. It's absolutely free. Download it. Then I talked to you last week about cleaning the studio. And like I told Mark, this is how we're going to do the spring cleaning. We've got to do it because my grandsons are coming. And we haven't had company for 2 years. So we had no reason to really, keep things company ready. But I said, we're going to put a timer on. And he and I are going to work together 1 hour a day. That's it. Because I'm 65 years old, going to be 66 in a couple months, and I just don't have that kind of energy. It used to be if I knew company was coming, I would wallpaper the hall and then make a huge dinner and clean the house all in just a couple days before they got there. I can't do that. I can't even think about doing that. If I even imagine it, I'm exhausted. So we're just going to work an hour a day. Take one room at a time. Things like dusting baseboards, washing the windows, things I don't do weekly. And I've got to steam clean all the rugs, the carpet. I can't bear it. So and that's how I'm going to work on this room. I'm going to take one area. I'm going to put a timer on, put a good audiobook on, and just do one area at a time. And I think if I do that, I can finally because I try to keep it clean, but the problem is that hold on. The problem when you try to keep it clean is I have been doing so many projects lately that when I pull out all the fabrics to audition, I just haven't had time to put them away. And that's important. My room, some people can work in clutter. I can't. I can handle only a medium amount. So that's how I'm going to work, is I'm going to take one area at a time, set a timer, and work. All right. So I wanted to mention that again. And plus, if I tell you that I'm going to clean the room, then I have to do it. And my daughter and I always laugh. We love when company comes because it forces us to get the house really clean all at once. So anyway, for things coming up, I'm thinking of trying to do another springtime for next weekend. Let's see how I do with time. But I'm thinking of teaching you how to do a woven fabric basket with tulips. I thought that it. Oh, I know. I know what you mean, hon. So, where'd it go? Debbie, where did your message go? I hope you took it back because I don't know why it retracted. Let me look at this a minute and make sure that somebody didn't accidentally. I don't know. I don't see anything. I hope not, but your other messages have come through. I think that sometimes this has a checker on it to try to keep nasty things from coming up. I have no idea. I can't imagine anything that you said that was wrong. So if you didn't retract it, say it again. We'll see what happens. But that sometimes happens to people, but we're not doing it. So anyway, Teresa Djokovic, how good to see you. So there was another message that I deleted because it was a spammer, but I didn't delete yours. Okay. So for new projects, okay, I was thinking of a basket of tulips and show you how to make strips and on a flat art quilt, how to weave fabric to make it look like a basket. So I'm going to aim for that for next week. The other things, I'm going to show you how I decorate for Easter. And I'm going to see what kind of wreath I have, whether it's a grapevine or whether it's a straw wreath. And I'm going to take plastic Easter eggs and I'm going to paint them and hot glue them on. So we'll do that one week. And I still want to do a bunny. So I got to figure out what else we're going to do. But I'm hoping that'll be coming up. I'm just in the mood to make really sweet, cute things. I think it makes me happy. And it's been a cold winter. So it's nice to enjoy spring. All right. So now I think what we can do is I will show you what I've been working on for this week's project. I gave you the link to it. So I'm hoping the light is not going to bother you too much. If it does, you can tell me. But I've gotten all my pieces cut out, but I just have to place them now. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I was thinking about drawing from the light box, drawing where everything goes onto the pillow. But you know what? I don't think I want to spend that much time. So I've got an idea of a way to make it quicker and easier. And let me come over here. I've given you the link. And let me see. It's from StudioOurQuilts.com. And it's a current this year's project. Cute as a button. I showed you, let me bring the camera over here. I showed you, okay. Ooh, that light is going to probably bother you, so let me be quick about it. All right, let me remove. All right, because what I'm going to do, these are the little scraps I have left over, but everything is cut out. Here are stems. In fact, let me do this. I will turn this off until right when I need it. But I took patterned fabric, and this is a batik. It's really pretty. I thought that was pretty cool. the fabrics I ended up choosing, I wanted it to be light, bright, airy Easter colors. And wait till you see what I came up with. It's like not quite as light and bright, but it's cool looking. So, but they ended up being a little richer. And the frustrating thing is I do tend to go to deeper, richer colors. That's why I was so drawn to Jenny Beyer. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm going to tear the paper off the back of all of these things. Then I'm going to see where they go. Then I'm going to put a little dot of tacky glue on them to hold them into the right place. Then I can take it off here and iron it. But I don't want to iron it on top of this inexpensive little light box because it'll melt it. So this is the one I'm most excited about. I cut pieces so that the stripes were all going in the same direction. And I thought that will make a really cute flower. And I very carefully, no, okay, this is a good lesson to learn. This is not Steam-A-Seam 2. So it's just a type I had that was rolled up, and you've got, here it is. This is probably a Pellon, and it's got the fusible, but it's not sticky or anything, but it's less expensive than Steam-A-Seam 2. And if you just you don't need to put it down and move it around. You're going to put it where you want it and then iron it. Now, I want to show you, how do you get that paper off the back? Because it can be really tricky. Well, there's a couple different ways. You can look for the edge like this and make sure, let me put my glasses on, but go to the edge and look to try to separate the paper from the fabric. Now, sometimes you can get real lucky and find it right away. Like that was pretty good, but often I don't. So two other ways are take and act like you're trying to rip the flower. The fabric shouldn't rip, but the paper will rip. And then look. Oh, don't worry about that. I'm not surprised that happened. Okay. The fabrics are not. This one came off on its own. It said, I saw what you did to the other one. So anyway, but now, so you can tear it and take the paper off. You can also take a pen and just score the paper. And look at that. Is that easy or what? So that's probably the easiest way. And this, I'm going to grab some of this down here where there was no paper. See, what I did is I cut the form out in one piece, but the fact that these are all separate pieces means that once one piece of fabric comes loose, they all start coming loose. So, okay, do I have most? Take off the paper. I know I can put these back on. I do every other one, every different color. But, all right. These are staying together but because it's all one piece of fabric. I just laid this thing on the fabric. Now, hopefully, if I'm doing everything just right there, all the paper came off of that one. All right, so I'm going to now, let me peel the stems. Mark had a aunt that they called Blondie. That was her nickname. And one time when Mark was 5 years old, they were in the kitchen visiting, and he said to her, "Hey, Blondie, peel me a grape." And oh my God, that is so cute. I can only imagine how everyone reacted. Like, what? That is so cute. So now I'm going to peel this one. So this takes a little preparation, but it's not hard. And what I did is I used the light box, drew the patterns on the fusible paper, then cut them out, placed them on fabric, ironed them, and that was good. Someone let me know if we're still live and there's not a problem. Y'all might just be paying attention. I don't know, but I want to make sure I haven't lost you. So if you just type in anything, I'll know you're okay. All right. So now I've got, whoops, yep, let me see, make sure all my stems. So what I'm going to do, remember, I don't know if I showed most of you this basket. It is so cute. Oh, good, still there. Very, very good. Okay, this is, look how puffy it is. I took the fabric, and the pattern didn't have the pot looking exactly like this, but you know what? I love doing something different. I love when y'all do something different, and anything to make it your own is a good thing for me. So I took and I layered up batting scraps like this and made I did 4 layers, and each layer got a little narrower, and that's what then builds in this curved shape. Oh, okay, Debbie. Good. Just as long as y'all are there and nobody said, that's it, I'm fed up. So let me grab my leaves. Some of these leaves, I'm going to see if I can match them up and make them two-sided. So sometimes I try to do this when you're not here, but I thought, let's just show how easy it really is to make something like this. Okay, well, I'm going to do the tear method. I couldn't get the end to come apart. So there's the tear method. That worked. Then on this one, what did I do? Here's my pen. I'm going to do the pen scoring. I took a class one time and she showed that. I was so happy because I hadn't thought yet to tear the fabric. So I was having a mell of a hast time getting the paper off. So what I'm going to do is see what leaves. I tried to make a light and a dark of each leaf so that I could do the front one side and the back the other. But this is fun stuff that I do when I'm watching television. And it makes me happy. I love keeping my hands busy. And although I was watching an Irish comedy called Mrs. Brown's Boys, and I have to use the closed captioning because I don't hear well. And then when they have that brogue, oh my God, I couldn't without watching it. So sometimes I would miss and go, what did I just miss? Because I couldn't hear it good enough. All right, I can now put my little needle away. And sorry, I'm going to turn the light back on. I apologize. I'll see how quickly I can do this. All right. First thing is try to get the pot reasonably lined up with that. All right. Now, there is that. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Well, let me move these leaves. I just need the stems right now and the flower petals. The leaves I can put wherever. All right. So on here, that's a medium. This is the largest flower. So this is going to go here. And what I'm going to do is take and put just a little touch of this glue and put this in place with that glue. Come on. Okay. Now, I tell you what, the fusing on the back feels like I still had the paper. Now let me see something. if I were to turn on the overhead light, will it? Yeah, it'll help combat the glare. I think next I'm going to put just 2 little dots because you want the fusible to be what holds it on. I'm going to put that next. Then I'm going to put orange next. Whoops, get this. Okay, just 2 little dots. Put that next. All right. Then I'm going to put a nice purple. Come on. Purple here. This is so much easier than trying to, than drawing the pattern out first, because I had started on this side. All right, so my purple, this one is going to go, and I have to know, let me make sure I'm in the right, whoops, I was moving all around, hold on. Okay, let me see. Do I have it reasonably in place? Okay. Then I'm going to do this purple right back over here. I like things symmetrical. You may decide that this one's going to end up a little higher than normal because I didn't realize I had smudged this down so much. But it's going to be fine. It's my work. I can do whatever I want to it. And I could still, this glue hasn't set enough. To be worrisome. And I could still move it if I want. But I think it'll be a good way to use the fabric. All right. So blue. And then green blue. And then the last one is orange. I'll put right there. But this is the exciting one that I did. I thought this was pretty cool. All right. Now the only problem is let's see if my stem is going to be long enough. Okay. The stem. And this stem is D. Yep. This is the stem. Now, I need to cut it a little narrower at the top. Okay. So then I'm going to put 3 spots of glue since this is so long. And I'm going to put it up here. Let me see. I want to tuck it under one of these. Okay. Luckily, I cut the stems a little longer than they needed to be. So this, whoops, hold on. I didn't go up quite high enough. All right. And let me look at this, and it's supposed to come down kind of here. All right, so now I have 1 flower in place, 1 stem in place. And in fact, I think I can just nip it right there, and it'll look like it's at the right place in the pot. Now I'm going to, it is hard seeing through here. I thought it would be easier, but between the fabric, okay, let's see. Between the fabric and the interfacing, it's kind of blocked the view a little. Okay. All right. Now what I'm going to do here is put a pin so I don't have to keep chasing it, because that wasn't working. So now let me make sure I like where I have it. And I made a bigger pot, so that's one of the reasons I'm having a little harder time lining it up. But that's all right. And in fact, I tried to make my flowers just a little bit bigger. Okay. Now what I'm going to do real quick here is bring the small version and put it in front of me. And that way I can figure out what goes where. Okay, this one is going to go over here. This should be G. Okay, and I'll put just 3 little dots right there, just enough. And then you notice I'm using tacky glue. You got to use tacky glue because it dries firmer faster. All right, so this one's going to go this way. Okay. Then this other big one is going to go here. This one and the flower is going to move. Okay, good. I was going to say, I think I'm going to end up with not enough. Okay. This one is going to go underneath. Whoops. And I may have to add a second piece of green fabric to this one, and if I don't have enough space. But let's just see. Come on, glue. Okay. Now this one's going to go right. I'm going to put it over top this one. Oh, this one. Oh, it will work just fine. All right. So that's going to go up there. And then this little one, little J, is going to come right here. Blossom, hush. I have the door open because it's so lovely, but it makes the dogs bark more. Okay. This one comes in at this angle. All right. Let me see. Okay. So this one comes in like this. All right. Now, and it's good to put these stems down first because some of the flowers and leaves will go over them. So this, let's see. I want to compare sizes. I think this one's the smallest one. Then this one's another medium. This one's a little larger. All right, so this one is going to go right out here. Let me get my couple little drops of glue and put this out there. Whoops, come on. Let me clean off this. Oh. Okay, this should work better now. It was getting right messy on the end. All right, so this one is going to go right here. And like I say, I'm not lining up perfectly with the pattern. I'm making it a little bit my own. All right, then this one's going to go right here. And I like how it kind of covers part of that. This one's going to go here. I like it. Okay, so let me get my glue real quick. Oh, good. That's how you're doing the applique for the quilt show blog. Light boxes do make the work. Grommet, I apologize for all of this. This is so rude. Makes me understand. Hold on, let me close the door. Hi, sweetie. I can't come talk right now. Maybe we'll come back later. All right, come here. Oh. Get. Y'all are embarrassing me. Blossom, stop. Stop. All right. Sweet little neighbor girl came over to visit, but unfortunately I can't stop right now. I'll have to catch up with her later. All right, here we go. This one's going to go here. Blossom, Maisie. I'm going to make sure that they're locked upstairs next time. All right, so I think I've got these put pretty good in place. Now, I don't think I need the light box anymore, so that helps. And this helps. And I'll bring the light back around. Oh, Debbie, I bet you your Molly is paying attention to mine. Hi, Bernice. All right, so now we've got these, and I think I'm very happy with them. I'm going to let me check really quickly to see if I have some leaves that can act as front and back, because I wanted some of these leaves to be 3-dimension. So, whoops. Well, let me see if I actually, oh, there we go. Okay. This is close enough, and I can do a little trimming, and let me show you what I'm going to do. All right. Then I'm going to take and press those together. All right. Now, you see how it's two-sided? It looks like I need to do a little trimming here. Not much, just a little. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to have this leave, and I'm going to leave the lighter part. Whoops, I'm sorry. I'm going to leave the lighter. Whoa! Oh, boy. Today is just an interesting day. All right. So what I'm going to do with this one, it's the two, whoops. Here's the two-sided one. I'm going to leave this little bit of lighter right here because I kind of like it. Looks like shadowing. And what I'm going to do is this one I'm going to put like this. So I'm going to get a little scrap of the fusible because I kept my little scrap pieces, and I'm going to remove the light box so I can start pressing. Okay. Remove the light box so now I can press right where I want things to go. Okay. All right. So I've got this little piece of fusible right here at the end of it. And I'm going to there we go. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and press the other things down. Now, I just realized I forgot to get my buttons, but I'm going to, somewhere I have my button box down here, but it's probably under a pile of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and press everything down where I've decided that's where it's going to be. Then I'm going to take this one, put it right here, and I love that it kind of pops out a little. Now, are there any others that I managed? Let's see. Did I manage to get any others to line up? Ooh, I think that one would work. Let me make sure I've got it facing the right way. All right. I think this one will work. I think these were also supposed to work, but okay. What I'm going to do, since some places they don't work, I'm going to cut some of the places that they don't work so that I don't end up getting the fusible on my iron. Okay. because anywhere that fusible is left, it will definitely get on my iron. All right, so now I will fuse these two together. The reason they don't match perfectly is I had drawn the leaves on before I remembered that I had to do this. Ooh. And so then I was like, oh, darn. Some of them didn't. I was trying to make them a little larger, and some of them didn't have enough fabric to be made larger. So I said, well, I'll see what I can do tomorrow when I actually create it. All right. All right. So now let me get these little scraps out of here. All right. So I've got this one. Then I'm going to put this one. Oh, I did this stem the wrong way. Okay. Well, I've got mine is a little bit unique there. Oops, I forgot to put the let me get a little wad of this fusible. Get out that piece of fabric. Okay. Put this little wad of fusible under this leaf. Put it right here. Let me bring my iron in. Okay, good. Now this one, since I put the thing in the wrong place, let me see. Aha, there we go. I'll put that leaf right there. That way it'll kind of give a little bit more to that one. Then this one, let's see. I can put a double one right here. I do like that. All right. Okay. So let me get another. I keep my scraps, and then that way I can peel off the excess fusible. And this one, I will put, do I want to put it this way? Yeah, that looks good. All right, so this one will go, whoops, right here. All right, so I've got these two little ones left. Oh, got this left too. Ooh, that doesn't even have the paper off the back. All right, I think I'll put this one. Maybe. Do I let the leaf just lay here at the bottom? I think I do. I think I will. Good afternoon. Patty found us. Yay. Patty found. There's Jody. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, I'm glad you like that. I was worried. I wanted to do light and bright, and I ended up doing kind of saturated colors. You know how I am. Okay, so now these. All right. Now, can these could make another leaf if I wanted to have another flippy one. I kind of like that I put this down there. You know, make it look like it's shedding. All right. I think I have the fusible and the fusible. I can make another 3D leaf. And just trim off that excess so it doesn't gum up my iron. Okay, the last 3D leaf. So now I need to get some of this fusible. Okay, pull it off the paper. This is why I save scraps, because you never know when you're going to need it. All right, let's see. I could put this one here. I kind of like the idea of having something over here. Oh boy. Any hints about where I can put this one? Oh, Jody, I love that. I thought about doing a ladybug or a bee, but I didn't think about polymer clay. Oh my gosh, that would be so cute. And I just wanted to show you. In my button box, I have large buttons, but these are going to be so cute when you put the buttons for the centers. So let me see. I'll put a nice red one here. Well, that blue one doesn't show up good. So let me think. Well, I could put a red there. Then on this one, this is my favorite because I took a mandala shape on the fabric and that's where I put the flower. I think a yellow would be nice on this one. That would be good. These buttons might work for me. I might not need the bigger one. Okay. And over here, I think let's try an orange button. I don't have any big orange ones, but I've got other buttons, some multicolored that were very big. And, oops, now what did I do with that leaf that I was trying to decide where to put it? Oh, here it is. Okay, I guess I'll go yellow for over here. I kind of would like an orange. I'll have to look and see if, that orange is cute. Okay. So do you see the idea with the buttons? I think they are terrific. I think they are so much fun. Now let me see. I don't have a real big blue one, but the blue one might. Nope. I think the red was better. But buttons always lend whimsy to a project. And I just think that would be so cute. All right. So have y'all decided you like the yellow with the purple? Oh, good, good. And I think this orange shows up pretty good. And I just don't know what color besides red to do here. So, oh, look, Marcia is being our welcome. She really is such a good welcomer to the group. I love it. All right. So, any ideas of where to use this extra petal? I don't know. I was wondering, could I get it up here somewhere? It might look cute up there. I don't know. Oh, green. Yeah, I could try green. Let's see. If I put this under this leaf, how would it look? I think I might want to do it this way. Yeah. Does that look stupid or is that okay? Because, sometimes I can't quite tell. I don't know. What do you think, ladies? I'm trying to make sure. I still think I need one here. I wish, you know what? Maybe I'll turn it down like this. All right, I've got my little pile of fusible here. I think I'm going to commit. I think I just have to bite the bullet. Sometimes I will worry myself to pieces over this kind of stuff. Make myself crazy. Okay. All right. And let's put up my glue. It's going to sit over there and dribble on the counter. So, all right, now, I don't know what I did with the top for the glue, but I will look for it. All right, so now I've got this here. Let me cut this thread. All right. And then Jody said, how about a green? So let me pull a green out of here. That's cute. I just wish it showed better. I might have to, at least for now, go back to a red one. All right. And I'm going to just take a little bit of glue, temporarily put these on so I can hold it up and let you see what we came up with. And you see, now yes, it did take me a little while to cut out the flowers and leaves. You know, you have to iron the fusible. I drew on the fusible, then cut them out the shapes, put them on the fabric, and then, okay. So, but you can see how this is a very fast and easy project. And I think you will like it. Let me now move everything back and show it to you. Okay, let me tighten up my camera so it doesn't go flipping over. All right, ready? Here we go. Here is our little flower pot. And I think the little leaf that's laying down is a cute idea. Uh-oh, I just realized something. No, I did put it down there. Okay. Let me then iron that. I kind of pulled up that petal. So let me iron it back down. And there. And then we are ready. And like I said, with the striped fabric, I cut out little pieces of it so everything would be going in the same direction. So it's not as light and bright, but it's kind of me. I like lots of color. Without realizing it, you tell people who you are, don't you? And don't forget, my pot is three-dimensional, and that's why I wanted to have these leaves. In fact, what you can do so that people really do know they're three-dimensional is just bend them out just a little bit and see how you can see. You can see them. So this is cute. What I will do next is take invisible thread, zigzag all my edges. It's not fun, but it must be done. And it's a whole lot faster than needle turn applique. So when you find yourself saying, I don't want to zigzag with invisible threads, all of these things, then just remember, I've already done the pot down there, but just remember then that it's still going to be faster than other ways that you could do it. Now, just so you will know, the three-dimensional leaves don't have to be zigzagged because the two pieces of fabric are fused together. So you're not going to get frays and stuff like this. This is never going to get washed. This will be a cute little wall hanging. And yes, I am definitely going, I have some of those butterflies, or I may just have to make a new one. Have all of y'all seen how I take the water-soluble fusible and I draw with a permanent marker, because if you let any wet get on it, it'll start melting. But I put it in a ring. I draw the butterfly with a permanent marker so it won't melt the water-soluble stabilizer. Then I just take thread and I just go in and do thread painting all over it, making sure all the thread sections are interconnected. Then you cut it out. I take and put it under some lukewarm water and gently rub it a little bit, and then put it in paper towels. I don't rub all of the fusible or the water-soluble stabilizer out. Then put it under paper towels or a kitchen towel and kind of wring it dry. And then before it's fully dry, and because it still has some of the water-soluble stabilizer in it, you can form it to shape, and you will get actual butterfly shapes. Let me see if I can do this. On the wall up here, I have, I don't think you'll be able to see it, but I have a quilt that is sunflowers, and I made some of those butterflies and put on the quilt. Do you see the orange? Then down on this sunflower is a bluish one, but I have butterflies on that quilt, and I made them that way. And they're really cool because it's your own, whoa, hello. It is your own little creation, and it can be whatever colors you want it to be. And I'm definitely going to do what Jody says and make a ladybug. I'll make a couple ladybugs. Maybe I'll make a little bee and a little butterfly. Thank y'all for helping me think of that. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And then what I'm going to do is I will quilt it, and I'm going to quilt it with little loops and little, just little happy loops all around. And then once it's all quilted, then I'll put my things I'm going to make for it. Then I will take and put some a small border on it, and then I'll be ready for spring. So I will show you this next week when it's all quilted and has a ladybug, butterfly, and a bee. I think it might be. I might even have a puffball and butterfly. In a bee colors, or I'll figure it out. Maybe I can hand embroidery the bee on. We will see. So, but there it is. And you can make yours whatever colors you want. All right, so now the best part of the day is here. Show and tell. And I've got some new photos to share with you. Okay, so let me turn off the light. And let's look. I'm going to drop that curtain down too. Hold on just a second. I want to get it a little bit darker so you can see good. All right. Here we go. I'm so excited. Thank you for your photos. And let's see what we got. Oops. Now Jody's gotten me all excited about bringing out my polymer clay again. I love that. All right. Let's go to photos. Okay. Here we go. All right. Alexis has a nice assortment of fabrics. I love that she is now doing her embroidery, hand embroidery on a wonderful, lovely group of fabrics. This is Hoist. Looks like he's just about done. And look at these two. Is that the cutest? I love all of her beads in here. So look, I can't wait to see when that one gets a little further along. But she's got a lot of imagination, and she's branching out. I think it's wonderful. Miss B, I just love this 80th birthday card that she made. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? She started doing this, and it looks like she's done, I don't know if the fabric had a design or if she embroidered the fabric first, but she started making these cards when the pandemic hit because England was on lockdown, and they were serious. And so she started making them, and that is beautiful. So I think that I'm going to try to get with her and find out how she makes her ribbon flowers. So, because that's really beautiful. B, I'll be contacting you, hon, because I would like to teach that to our group here. And she does such a beautiful job of it. Okay, Miss Betty, Don't forget that I put a link to the article about her husband who she almost lost him just a few months ago. And he's doing beautifully and is serving as information, point of contact, example to help you stay safe with your heart. Pandemics might come and go, but heart disease is important. So look at this. Isn't this beautiful? I now realize, for the longest time, I was like, what is this? This is a sew-along, but what is it from? I realized it's an Alex Anderson, the quilt show. Pardon me, I should say the quilt show, this year's project. It's beautiful. Then look at her. She's doing the Alex Anderson hand embroidered project. Love it. Love it. Look at this. Is that just beautiful? Makes me think of Miss Jody because they're both so good at doing these portraits. I mean, that is just, isn't that beautiful? Then look at this. Look at Miss Betty. I love her projects that she's doing. Her snowy landscape. I love it. She has really put some wonderful detail there. And I love the deer, and I love her cardinal. So way to go, Miss Betty. Good job. And I love the snow that she's put on some of those trees. Oh, just beautiful. Okay, so way to go. That's our first. Is that the first one I think I've seen from any of our group? So that's wonderful. Then Miss Carol. Now, I looked for her show yesterday, but the other day she said she wasn't feeling well. So I'm thinking that, I'll check again next week. But what a talented, lovely lady she is. And I hope she won't mind because I'm going to copy some of her ideas. They are spectacular. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? Look at this. So I tell you, I don't know if I want to do bouillon though. Those look hard, but I'm really tickled to look at her work. All of your work. Everyone that's working on it gives me wonderful ideas. Hold on just a second. I just saw my glue cap and it was getting ready to fall between a gap in the counter. Yay, I rescued my glue cap. Now I put it back on the glue bottle and put that glue bottle away where it's safe. Yay. I happened to turn my head just right and I saw where the glue cap was falling. But I love this progression to show you how she starts with an idea and the process of building each layer and then finishing with the white acrylic paint to mimic the snow. I love that. So I'm hoping that she feels better soon, and because I went ready to watch and she wasn't there, so I said, well, I'll watch her other shows and get to know a little bit about her. And she's fascinating. Okay, so if you want to see Carol's show, it is the Magical Touch Studio. And it's on YouTube. You can find it pretty easy. Okay. Here is Charlene Lawson's group of photos. I love this. I love the colors she chose as the background with those pretty delicate colors on top. How neat is that? Then she went ahead and I'm pretty sure this is the silk. And that's beautiful. Can't wait to see more. And then she's doing the Quilt Show's annual block of the month. Gorgeous. Boy, people say I'm busy. No, y'all are busy. Goodness. And then a little further progress on her Alex Anderson hand embroidery. And it's not too late to do this if you would like to, because She keeps having new shows and new stitches, and look at this wonderful spring. Oh, she has got a St. Patty's door hanging. I love it. Oh, that's wonderful. Just wonderful. Way to go. All right. I love it, Charlene. Wonderful. Okay. Now, Charlene Piper. I have a bunch of goodies to show you from Miss Charlene Piper. Look at this hand crocheted Christmas ornament. I love the intertwined ribbon. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, I haven't done hand crocheted lace in ages. That's beautiful. It makes me want to do it again. Oh, look at this ornament, the star. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Oh, look at the angel she did. Now, I wonder, do you use a fabric stiffener on the crochet work? That is beautiful. And the face, it's amazing. Whoops, I dropped my mouse. Oh, Deb, I'm a little bit discombobulated today. I think I was Thursday, too. Maybe it's going to be a new thing for me. I hope not. All right, let's see another one. Look at that face, though. That's amazing. And here is her beautiful lighthouse work. I love the fence and the beach. The sky is remarkable. Great use of fabric. Oh, look at this. Yep, love this. And the reason I wanted to keep this on here is to show you she used the Angelina fibers on the moon. And it really gives it a nice shimmer. Beautiful. And here is her mountain landscape, mountain lake. Beautiful. Really nice, really nice. And I love the birds in the sky on this one. Lovely. So Miss Charlene Piper is very, very busy. A last look at her beautiful Christmas landscape. I absolutely, and oh, look at this wonderful stained glass work. Isn't that beautiful? But I absolutely love how productive she is and the ideas she comes up with. Look at this landscape. Isn't that great? You could have a gift for somebody in very little time. I love that. Wonderful sunset, too. This one, I think her husband said that it looks like somebody has taken some psychedelic medicine. Isn't that cute? I love the colors, the choices. It's fun. Love it. And she, whoops, nope, go back. She, too, did the heart, the Valentine's heart. And I love hers. Great job. And then look at this sweet quilt. And don't you love how it's a simple, but the white squares and the what you might call bricks of fabric at different lengths gives it a lot of movement and interest. Oh, look at this other. Isn't that beautiful, that snowflake? Beautiful. Oh, and look, a cabin in the woods. I've been downloading some pictures, haven't I? Isn't that wonderful? And I love the little rock sidewalk. It's great. Good job. The standing metal roof, very good. And here is a patriotic table runner. Beautiful. And another lighthouse. Isn't this nice? Love it, love it. I love all the detail that she has done to the lighthouse. That's a gorgeous lighthouse. And the shadowing with the different colored fabrics. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, and this is neat. Is this like a Delectable Mountains pattern? Or I don't think this came from the Merry Mayhem. Oh, and her granddaughter. That is so sweet. Okay, thank you, Miss Charlene Piper. You gave us a bunch of eye candy. I don't think I have that much to show you. I showed you some of those last week. Yeah, I don't really. Nope, I don't think I put anything new in here. Okay, so go back. And here's Miss Debbie Holtz. Look at her. There is her lighthouse. And I love the sun and the quilting that shows the air buffeting during the storm. It's beautiful. Way to go, Miss Debbie. And I love her 2-color quilt. I love this. That jackalope, mythical Texas creature, and the softness of the inside and the bright geometrics of the big surround. Wonderful. And look at this. Isn't that lovely? All of these curves. And it looks like she folded them back, tacked them down. How wonderful. So like 2 different fabrics on a half of a triangle, and then she flips it and then stitches it down, and it's lovely. And look at her painted artwork. Is that beautiful? Perfect in time for spring and Easter and all of that. I hope she had as much fun with hers as I had with mine. And she will find, too, if she decides to quilt the outer edge, it quilts very easily. The paint kind of helps you. All right, so thank you, Miss Debbie. Good work. Miss Dolores, I sure hope she's doing well. I hope her knee is healing and she's not in too much pain. And she's such a talented artist. This is confetti work in the background. I love the silhouette look that she has with everything else. It just really makes that bubble, makes everything stand out. Beautiful. Oh man, I can't wait to see what she's done on this. This is the eagle. She's taking a class for this. It's an eagle she's working on. Can't wait to see that. I love the still life in fabric. Isn't that wonderful? I can tell everything is just wonderful. You know exactly what you're looking at. And the wood, the way she did the wooden cutting board, terrific. And her wonderful happy chameleon. Oh my gosh, that is the cutest thing. Talented woman. We miss you, Dolores. Come back soon, and we hope you're feeling good. Okay, let's see. Edwin East has sent some things. She has been busy. And here's her quilt that she's been working on, adding new things. I love the roses, a vase of roses. Love, love, love. Okay. And these, I think this is for pillow, snuggle pillows. It's really sweet. Look at this wonderful sunflower quilt. And it's an applique, the petals in the center are appliqued on the other blocks. Love it. Excellent quilting, too. Beautiful quilting. Thank you, Edmonice. That was very nice. All right, now, Miss Jeannie. Oh, yes. She finished her Scrabble quilt, or just about there. Love it. And look at this. Isn't that pretty? In fact, that fabric is on sale at Keepsake Quilts. So look up if you want that fabric. It's at Keepsake. It's on sale. All right. In fact, I think it's a special today, or maybe it was yesterday. Miss Jody, And here is her beautiful Alex Anderson, and then the quilt show block of the month. Look how far she's come on that. It's beautiful. Each person has chosen slightly different shades, and it's beautiful. This was the hit last week, Miss Jody. It's absolutely beautiful. This is the artwork that Miss Nadine made, and this is what she put in her journal scroll that she's been working on, that she learned from Carol, the Magical Touch Studio. Isn't that lovely? That was such a hit. And thank you for that. Your timing is impeccable, Miss Jody. All right, here's Kathy Boyd, who's been a busy lady. She's made some totes. She's made that Lisa Capon painted quilt. I love the inside of her work. She knows how to put a zipper in, that's for sure. There she was painting all the different Lisa Capon quilts part. There it is. And she reminded me that her daughter made some and she made the most, and they didn't quite match up in size, but boy, is that an heirloom quilt. When you can make something with your daughter, how precious is that? There's the inside of one of her, I think you would call it like a wallet. And I love the metal enclosure you used on that. Of course, love the butterfly fabric. Isn't that, oh, that's cute. Because I said so, Mom, and there it is. I think she said that was going to be for her daughter. So thank you, Miss Kathy. So good to see. Also, I want to just remind you again, I love it when you take a quilt pattern of mine or anyone's and you put your own touch on it. That's what makes it special. This is Kim Hicks and her friends who worked on the Merry Mayhem New Year's Day quilt challenge, mystery quilt. So much fun. Now, let's see. Miss Mary. I love, she did the heart. Each person put their own spin on it, and I love it. Look at what she's doing. She's doing a snowy landscape tree skirt. Isn't that wonderful? I love when everybody makes everything their own. And her Christmas block of the week. All right, Miss Marcia. Miss Marcia shared a picture that she saw of a Scottish landscape. And when everybody was, lamenting the beginning of the war, she just wanted to share this with people to give them a little comfort. Thank you so much, Miss Marcia. Okay. Melanie. It was so funny. I wrote Melanie an email this morning because I was worried I hadn't heard from her. And as soon as I sent it, the email from that account popped into the basket, and there she was. And this is her husband's latest quilt. Now, she and her husband now quilt together, and he was an engineer. And in his retirement, he's looking for things to keep his mind and skills sharp. Well, boy, are his skills sharp. Look at that. And I'm putting a bug in his ear. She loves purple and is really hoping that he's going to give this to her. So let's all cross our fingers for Miss Marcia. Look at her pup and the breakfast. Is that the cutest? Oh, I love it. Look at this embroidery she did. And this is going to be on a quilted placemat. I'll show you that in just a moment. Then look, they're at the stockyards in Texas. That's her grandson. Is that the cutest? What I love, too, is the old style Coke bottle. I haven't seen one of those in ages. Isn't he cute? I love the cowboy hat. Then this is her husband's first quilt, And isn't that absolutely beautiful? And he was concerned because he had a little trouble getting certain things to fit, and he thinks he figured it out. Because see, being an engineer, he's going to mull over it until he figures it out. So he's going to make another one of these because now he's figured out how to make it perfectly right and easy. But his grandson saw this and said, "Grandpa, are you going to sell that?" And Grandpa said, "No, I don't know. I might give it away." And so the grandson said, "Grandpa, would you give it away to me?" And guess what? Now it belongs to the grandson. Isn't that sweet? And he's going to treasure it. There's the grandson who's showing an interest in learning to work with these machines. And so he and Grandpa are working on threading that one. I love it. Love it. And look at this. Isn't that a sweet little boy? Gosh, don't you just love kids? And now, look at what she did with that machine embroidered rose. Isn't that nice? That's going to make really stunning placemats. Beautiful. And this is something I found in an earlier photo she put up. And I just thought the quilting was exquisite. I love that design. Oh, so very, very pretty. I think, oh, and that last shot of that wonderful purple quilt. Boy, wouldn't it be nice if Melanie got that one. So we're rooting for you, Melanie. So now, let's see, Miss Michelle, one last time of her grandson and this quilt she made 10 years ago and this beautiful Merle grand dog. So that is just the sweetest, sweetest picture. I bet you he's an amazing little boy. All right, now, Middlin. Oh, I love this. This is one that's going to be hard for me to finally delete when its time comes because it's so happy and so cute. I love it. Way to go, Mitty. I can't wait to see more of your work, hon. Okay, Miss Nadine. Miss Nadine has done some wonderful things. She made this peace candle, and I love that because she lives close enough to the fighting that it's very disturbing and very frightening. I mean, this has gotten worse than any of us thought. And so she went and she worked through some of her fear and grief by making this beautiful candle. Peace through unity. All right, now let's see what else. So then she decided that she wanted to take out the winter decor and switch to a happy spring decor because that will help. That always helps. Shake off the winter blues and open up to bright and happy new spring. I love those candles. I'm wondering, did she dip them in gold or get them that way? They're beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? So it's a way to jazz things up for the new season. I love the spring quilt with the tulips and the bunnies. Oh, carrots. I love it. Oh, look at this with the fruit. Isn't that beautiful? Miss Nadine has the most beautiful taste. She really has an eye. So thank you, Miss Nadine. We love you to bits. And Miss Patricia Fry sent, oh no, it didn't come through. I was going to show you the picture of outside her balcony at Myrtle Beach, and it was beautiful. Pat from Nova Scotia sent this peaceful scene, snowy scene up in Nova Scotia when we were all to just spread a little bit of peace and beauty with all of us. It's good to remember that the world is a beautiful place, even though at times it's a little hard. Here is Miss Polly's work. I love, love, love this. This is amazing. I think we're going to try to learn some of this before too long. So save all your little scraps, your bits and bobs, because, yes, you will use them. When you think in your brain to when your mother would say, clean out the junk from that drawer, no, save all those little found treasures, because look what you can create with all of them. Isn't that amazing? This looks like a shoelace right there. I was noticing it was woven. Isn't that something? So that you can do so much. Creating art is always a good thing. Okay, so that was a wonderful show and tell. Thank you to everyone who sent your photos in to add to our fun, because we all feel inspired. When we see your work, we can't wait to work on our next project. So this has been wonderful. Thank you so much. Yes, Marsha, that was a whale. Isn't that the cutest thing? Mitty did the cutest job with that whale. So I love all of that. Oh boy, Jody, you are right. Wouldn't that be a wonderful portrait quilt? Oh, Melanie, I hope you heard that. Jody has a great idea for you. And I know where you can get real good advice on how to make a portrait quilt. She's good. I want her to teach. She is the best. All right, everybody. I think... Oh, hello, Blossom. There's Blossom. Blossom peeking out from around the quilt stand. But thank you so much. I'm going to go out and get my daily sunshine. I haven't gotten it today yet. And Patty, thank you for recommending that. It just feels good. Somehow we forget during the winter to just go outside and feel the sun on our face. And that does a world of good. So thank you for helping guide me to that. I think it's definitely working. And once again, you bring so much to my life. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for sharing all that you share with me. And I will see you next Sunday and it's coming up Thursday. We've got another Art Quilt Thursday. We're going to finish the snowy landscape if it's the last thing I do. And then we'll talk about our next project that we take on. Take care, everyone. If you haven't been vaccinated, please get vaccinated. Let's start spring on a good footing. And that way we can get together and get outside and enjoy each other again. Take good care, everybody. Bye-bye. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.